Good evening, or is it a good evening? Who knows? Sunday night, we're back with another edition of the Sunday Bunch. This could be interesting. Joining us tonight, we got Terry, Dino, and Lee on the panel. I'll do a warning for you now. There could be a little bit of bad language on tonight's show after what we've all just witnessed. But Terry, how's your day been?
Shite, really, hasn't it? Let's face it. Not much else you can say about it after a terrible performance.
We got Lee over in Spain. Lee, is it raining in Spain?
Oh, I don't think we know.
I wish it was, mate. It might make me feel better, but it's not.
Maybe there's a little delay going to Spain, but who knows? And the return of Dino. Dino's back. Yeah, Dino. Where's your disco lights?
What we're not having disco lights after that. They don't even deserve disco lights after that. That was absolute. That was gutless. It was pathetic. It was, as Terry said, shit.
How's your day been though? Other than that,
pretty standard. Played football this morning. Sat and watched the match, and then just chilled. I'm on day shift tomorrow, so I don't really do much on Sundays.
Right, fair enough. Don't forget, of course, we've got to give a shout out to our channel sponsors, Wolf Competitions, and they sponsor our channel. There's a link in the description if you want to check out the site, wolfcompetitions.co.uk, and a massive thank you to them. I want to take this chance to wish my son a happy birthday. He's 35, and I know before you say anything, how can I have a son, 35-year-old? I know I don't look that old, but there you go. So happy birthday, Dan. His birthday today as well. You can have your say via the live chat. We are live, which means if you want to have your two penneth, you can get it in there already on there. Macam Cabby, who joined us last week. This should be fun. Ian says, fun. Hope people are starting to see through the cracks. Saying, Rig, Meander, Isidore, they are just not good enough. Humor on 9. Evening all. What a shit show that was. Yeah, it's there's another one. Peter Coles, absolutely pathetic. Regis Lebris is scared to play two up front. I mean, well, I was going to start with Leeds because obviously we played Leeds midweek, but we've got to go straight on to this. Port Vale 1, Sunderland 0. Starting lineup, Terry. Were you happy with the lineup? I know we've got injuries all over the shop and stuff like that, but the lineup.
Yeah, it is what it is when it comes to Siddiqui and Hume, both out, banned for this game, suspended for this game for whatever reason, with yellow cards. Robbie's out. Xhaka on the bench, but apart from Xhaka on the bench, that's probably the full strength team we could have started. And let's face it, we're playing bottom of the league, of League One, for God's sake, man. We should be able to handle them, even with this team.
Yeah, should do. I mean, yeah, Xhaka was on the bench. Dino, starting lineup. Did we not have much choice, really?
Not really. I expected Ricky to come in at some stage because he hasn't really had much game time. I mean, the back four kind of picks itself. I mean, we did have Hume. I mean, 09 on the left this side and not the right-hand side. The back two strong. Obviously, Roof's being out. It was always going to be Ellen Bale. I did expect more to come in, maybe. But the front three of Angulo, Mayenda and Talby, I mean, it's still a strong lineup, no matter what, because, I mean, Talby was starting games for at the start of the season, so he is a kind of first-team player. It's just a bit. It was a lineup to beat them. Let's be fair. Like Terry said, we played bottom of the league in League One. That team's way good enough to be able to beat that team. But obviously, other things came into play, unfortunately. But we'll get onto that probably later, I'm guessing.
Right. Okay. I do have to say, I got a message last night saying that there was a spare ticket and a place on the minibus to go down to Port Vale, and I thought, oh, shall I go? But I knew I wasn't going to get. I was working last night. I knew I wouldn't get to bed till like 4 o'clock. The bus was leaving at 7:30 this morning, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to swerve it. And God, am I glad did. But Jim Buck says he's just got back from Port Vale. He's also saying, don't dig the kids out. And a shout out to Jim Buck, Jim, who gifted 10 memberships to the channel last week. So thanks to you for that. And if you watch at the end, by the way, when we do the credits, because I've been a busy day today, I've updated all them. So those names will be on the credit list. Lee, you watched the game, starting lineup pretty much as you thought, yes?
Yeah, apart from Xhaka on the bench, I don't think you could pick anyone else. But I think like the defense kind of picked itself. And then the midfield, you had like Chris Rigg coming in. Chris Rigg, again, I don't know what's happened to him. It just looks like he's just gone backwards. He's a worse player than when he came into the squad. I don't know if it's because he's been all that raw talent that he's got, it's been coached out of him. I don't know. But it just doesn't. He looks like a scared little boy. I mean, he's a little boy, but he played with fear. He used to play with fear, without fear, sorry. When he came into the team, and now he's just scared, I think. Talby, he's very weak. Angulo, he's recent signing. Mayenda doesn't know how to play up front on his own. Just doesn't have the strength to play as a lone forward. So I think overall it was a strong team on paper, but you don't win on paper, do you not? And Habib Diarra cost 33 million. I mean, you could probably buy the whole of Port Vale for that. So
right, okay. Have you been to Port Vale? Oh, it wouldn't cost you that much. Anyway, our Emma is on there. She's saying, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love a cup run, but don't mind being knocked out. Focus on the league, all that shite. No, man, we're at the 5th round of the cup here. And you know what? I mean, we were that shit today. I've struggled to find things to write down to talk about. And for me, I mean, I don't even think Port Vale were that brilliant. You know what I mean? We were just that bad. It was just shocking, just no excuse. It was absolutely embarrassing. Really embarrassing is what it was. Peter Cole says, Rigg, anonymous, loads with today, abysmal. Everyone's catching on to Diarra. Joe says down there, so he's getting a bit of stick as well. So right at the beginning, though, there was that header went in from Mayenda, and it looked like it hit the post, but it got headed onto the post. But it did go to VAR for a possible handball. Your thoughts on that, Dino?
I mean, there's no thoughts on it. The lad knocked it onto the post with his head. It wasn't a handball. You could say Mayenda should probably do a little bit better from there, but I mean, if the defender doesn't put his head in the way, that goes in. But other than that, I don't remember any more chances in that first half. It was dreadful. I think that was the only chance we had in that first half on target. I mean, if it was on target because it got headed onto the post, I don't know if that stack actually counts. But yeah, there's nothing to really say about it. It got headed onto the post. It wasn't handball. I mean, that's just how it was.
Right. Okay. Lee, your thoughts on it? When the VAR, I don't know. It was difficult to see. I don't know if they just didn't have the angles what they normally have, like in the Premiership or whatever. But your thoughts on it?
I didn't realise it was contentious at first, and the commentary team said it might have come off his hand, and the replay showed. I don't know. It was hard to tell if it came off his hand or not, but Mayenda should be doing better there. That's all I can say about that. Mayenda should be. There's no way he should be missing from that distance. If he wants to be a clinical striker, he needs to be putting them away.
Yeah, definitely. Jim Buck, it's not excuses. The whole team, we're not up for it. Just don't dig out the kids. It's just we've made it to the 5th round, and you're thinking, you know what? We're a Premier League team. You know, we've got a chance here to get to Wembley, and we've just absolutely not. If we'd have played and we'd been beaten, it wouldn't have been so bad. But that performance was shocking. Terry, your thoughts on the handball for VAR? Was it his head onto the post?
It's like most of the game, Philip, was a load of cocker shite, let's face it. What an embarrassing performance today, man. There's no ambition, one single bit from anybody on that pitch today. They all bottled it. Not one of them fancied that pitch today. The pitch, yes, You can get some pitches that level out sort of skill level, but it's no excuse. Not one player went out there today with any ambition to win that game of football. It was absolutely weak as piss poor. It was just, like I say, a lack of ambition, even from the coach. What was the point? And we'll probably talk about this, of playing Xhaka 5 minutes to go in the game. What a waste. But just, you get to the 5th round of the FA Cup, you're playing the worst team in the FA Cup, and into the quarterfinals next. What a fantastic opportunity it was, this opportunity today to progress into the last 8. We've never been in the last 8 for a long time. We'll probably not get another chance for a little while. And today was a perfect opportunity. We're safe. We're basically safe in the Premier League. Nothing else to play for apart from a few games home and away in the Premier League. This was, for me, the perfect opportunity to put everything into it, to really go for a good cup run, get us to Wembley and win the FA Cup. And they all bottled it. Absolutely spineless bottlers today on that pitch. I'm sorry, but it was absolutely pathetic. They should pay that. They should give the 3,100 fans all their travelling expenses back, pay them all the money back, because that was just a waste of a day. It's just an embarrassment. It really is. And because the season's been so good, a lot of people will be saying, well, we'll let them off with a 1 game. No, we cannot. We can't let them off with that spineless performance. It was pathetic.
It was absolutely toothless. And Brett says, can anyone remember a point in the game where we pressed? And here's a good point as well. It would be easier to get the Europe through the FA Cup than the league. And that's probably a good shout as well. But I mean, me and Terry are part of the Fanalysis starting 11, which I know Dino doesn't like because he it should have been. We have to rate the players, and I thought I was being generous. I've given everybody a 2, and I thought that was paid generous. It was just absolutely shocking. Before I get on to Luke 09 and stuff like that, what about the state of the pitch? Is that normally a leveler? Can we, grasping at straws? Lee, I'll ask Lee. It's going to take a little while to get across the sea and through Spain to him for him to answer this. Go on.
What was the question, Philip? Sorry, I'm just trying to pick up my internet problem.
Okay. Sorry, man.
Getting a bit delay.
The pitch, is that a leveler?
I mean, there was a couple of bobbles on it. I mean, it wasn't a shambles. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. We saw a couple of times when we were playing across the back where it bobbled up a little bit, but it was the same for both teams. And like Port Vale played to the conditions, and we didn't. We should have played more long balls. We were pissing around at the back, trying to do passes between centre backs and full backs and goalkeeper, doing nothing. And just got to get the ball up there. That's all. You got to play to the conditions in the pitch, and we didn't. And Port Vale did.
All right, okay. Emma's on the chat here. She says, if I buy a membership for someone, will Dino put his disco lights on and give us a smile? I think that's just asking far too much. Anyway, I mean, I can excuse Dino today for being miserable, more miserable than he normally is. Because, I mean, that was, well, there you go, Peter Solkeld, embarrassing. And that's the word. It's as simple as that. It's absolutely shocking. And in fact, I got a text today from someone saying Reggie sacked by the weekend, but we'll get onto that in a sec. Terry, stay at the pitch. Is it a leveler?
Well, it doesn't help. The ball runs slowly, but you've got to use your head. You've got to adapt to what's in front of you. Surely they're warmed up on the pitch and know exactly what the state's like. And they've got to change tactics. I mean, why are we not just trying something different against a team like Port Vale? They've only won 6 games all season. They're 9 points adrift, bottom of League One. And we can't go 4-4-2 or something different for a change. It's embarrassing, man. It really is. Not one of them can actually come off that pitch and say to put a shift in. We've got some really good players out there. 30 million for Diarra. 30 million, man. And we can't even beat a side of probably part-timers, more or less.
Yeah, all right, okay. Dan Wilkes on here says the only one that played well was Angulo. Yeah, I probably agree with him there, but like I said,
he still looked a bit lost in the second half. Angulo as well.
Yeah,
I mean, but he's not getting any help from anybody else.
No, that was shocking to be honest. Dino, the pitch, is that a leveler?
I mean, I look at it this way. I think it just showed how spoilt Premier League players are, because when Premier League teams go onto pitches like that, they still think they can play the same way, passing around, and it just doesn't work because the ball gets caught up, it bobbles, everything's totally different. And obviously them train on mint pitches and they play on mint pitches. So when they go to a ground like that, I think it just shows how spoilt they really, really are, how easy they've kind of got it. And they just couldn't adjust. I mean, why are we passing it round the back, putting the keeper at risk? Who he's not a Robin Roofs on the ball. Like that's a couple of times where he's went to kick the ball out and it's went straight at one of their players. It's just, it doesn't help, don't get us wrong, but it just shows as well, like you brought all these new players in from foreign leagues who've probably never played on a pitch like that before for a long, long time. Do you know what I mean? And I think it showed. I think it really, really showed. Diarra just looked way out of place. Talby didn't really do much. Alderete looked like he struggled a little bit. Mayenda I was questioning what was he even, what did he really do apart from the header? I mean, he wasn't doing anything. Isidore, when he came on, was non-existent. And I mean, just everything was just terrible today. But I felt sorry for the fans who went down there, to be fair. Like,
oh God, I never have I been so glad to turn it down, because I was in two minds, because I thought I could go down, I could do a vlog, it's something there to stick on the channel and everything, but oh my God, honestly, I would have been, I'd have been good. Ian on the chat says, 09 needs to sign for Billy Smart's circus. He's now embarrassing. Jason Black says, no excuses. The whole club wasn't interested in getting through today. Look, we like to get 100 likes if we can on a Sunday. We've got over 100 people already on the stream. If you can hit the thumbs up, that'll help us out. Please, if you don't mind, we're already on 30. Take your second to do that. And of course, if you're watching and you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. It's free to do so. And that helps us out as well. Luke 09's back pass then. I mean, what's... I've watched it. I've watched it a couple of times, and I just don't understand what it's as though he's actually going to lob the keeper and score. Terry, your thoughts on it?
I've got no idea what guns through his head half the time, but I mean, let's face it, it's like you can never get two games the same. It was man of the match during the week against Leeds, fantastic performance against Leeds, and then today, why on earth are we passing back to the keeper from the halfway line? That's how embarrassing it is against a League One side, propping up the bottom of League One. We're passing back from the halfway line. Got absolutely no ambition, no drive. We've got no creativity. We can't score an open play. Simple as we've got nothing going forward. There's no ideas. We seem to have run out completely out of all ideas. If we don't get a penalty, we're stuffed.
Right. Okay. I mean, 09, like you say, man of the match really against Leeds, and I don't want to dig 09 out because he is Mr. Sunderland and lovely lad and all that, but he is a liability, and especially now as well. In the Premier League with VAR, and he did it at Leeds. He's grabbing people and he's doing all these things which are so dangerous for us, and like I say, I mean, I do love him, but I don't know. Miles Percival on the chat says that was worse than Bolton. Dino, you were at Bolton with me, Terry. We all went down that day.
No, definitely not worse than Bolton. Definitely not worse than Bolton.
I mean, was it worse than Bolton? And what about Luke 09's back pass? Your thoughts on it?
You know what? Everyone's looking way too much deep into that, because at the end of the day, the back pass happened. We've seen better players do stuff like that and actually score own goals. So let's just not just say, oh, it's all 09's fault. We had I think it was 3 attempts of clearing a corner, which we couldn't do. It bobbled around the box and they scored off it. It wasn't ideal that the first initial corner came from 09, but we had chances to clear it and we didn't. So let's not just say, oh, it was all 09's fault. It wasn't. There was periods in play where we could have got it cleared and we were knocked out for another corner, then another corner, and then the goal happened. So let's not just point finger at 09, because people just love to do that. He's been man of the match in the last game against Leeds and man of the match in the last FA Cup game. So let's not single the lad out at the end of the day, because everyone makes mistakes. Better players in the world have made mistakes. People make mistakes. It didn't go in. It didn't cost way, but it could have. And what was the other question? Was it worse than Bolton? No, now it can be worse than Bolton. The only good thing what came from Bolton was you got on Sun Until I Die off that game.
Yeah. Or does that annoy you as well? The fanalysis.
I was just standing there. I wasn't there. I didn't get it, but you know, it's because you're a content creator.
No, it's not, Terry. It was Terry's footage. Terry was filming us. I was just having a bit of a meltdown. That's all. Yeah, you're coming across a little bit bitter there now. Yeah, Lee, Luke O'Nine's back pass. Like I said, I've watched it a couple of times, and it honestly looks like he's trying to trip the keeper.
Well, I mean, I only saw it on live and on the replay. I haven't seen it since, but I've seen a couple of comments trying to say that he didn't actually mean to play back to the keeper. He tried to do a crossfield ball. No, I'd have to watch it again to see if that's true. But the commentary team and I was thinking the same. Why is he playing backwards from the halfway line? Why doesn't he just play forward? He had time to give himself a touch. But as Dino said, I mean, okay, listen, I don't think he was man of the match against Leeds. I think that was Alderete by a mile.
You're biased towards Alderete, though. You love Alderete.
No. I mean, the stats show why he was man of the match. But Luke O'Nien this season, right, he was written off by everyone saying we don't want Luke O'Nien anywhere near the team because of VAR and whatnot. But every time he's played, right, he's played 4 different positions. He's played centre midfield, right back, centre back, and left back. If people are going to single out a player who just wants to play, then I don't know. You can't criticize Luke O'Nien. He's made a bad mistake today. Brilliantly dealt with by Melborg, must be said. But I just think he could have played forward rather than playing back to the keeper on that bobbly pitch. He also got a slight push from the defender, which put him off balance, so probably put more weight behind it. But yeah, I think Luke O'Nien, if people want to criticize him, I think that they need to look a bit deeper and realize that he's played in 4 different positions for this season, and he always wants to do his best for the lads, and he'll make mistakes. He'll admit that, but he's got he always wants to do well for someone, and that's pretty much what we want as fans.
Right there, Dino, you want in there?
Yeah, and on the thing where you said about VAR, about him grabbing, let's not forget, it's not him who's given away a pen from VAR. That was Brian Brobby, but no one jumped on Brian Brobby's case for that. And the shirt pull in the day was ridiculous. I think Ballard got ragged to the ground a couple of times. I mean, everyone does it. It happens all the time. Let's not just say it's only Luke O'Nien who does it. Everybody's doing it. It's just when someone gets caught, and obviously we got lucky with the Leeds one where that was clearly a penalty when he grabbed him around the neck. I mean, I'm not even going to deny it wasn't a penalty. That was a stonewaller. But everybody's doing it, and sometimes you get very lucky with these decisions where VAR doesn't pick it up, and it's not just Luke O'Nien who's doing it. Everyone just likes to jump on Luke O'Nien's back for whatever reason. Everybody's doing it.
The whole team was pathetic, Dean. The whole team was pathetic, not just Luke O'Nien. Everybody was. Yeah,
but I'm talking about when he was saying about him doing stupid stuff like grabbing people. Everybody's doing it, and it's not Luke O'Nien who's giveaway pens. Brian Brobby done it I think it was 2 weeks ago. So, but people just like to jump on the O'Nien bandwagon. He's not good enough. At the end of the day, he puts in 100% all the time. He hasn't actually got a position. He's a utility man, and I think the last 2 games out of 3, he's been man of the match in. So,
right, Cherry, you want in there?
I was having this conversation with a mate the other day. I think there's too much grabbing and holding and pulling down in the penalty box now. It's like a rugby match. It's pathetic. For me, it's getting worse this season. You got like 3 or 4 players around the keeper. Everyone's dragging all over each other. Everyone's grabbing all over each other. They need to be more strict and more lenient. If a player's getting dragged around in the box, it's either a free kick to the team that's defending or a penalty to the team that's attacking. Simple as. They need to start to get a bit more strict these days because it's like a rugby barging match in there. It's pathetic.
Right, okay, well said, Terry. Just very quickly on the chat, Johnny Cool went to Bolton. He was in the home end. I feel your pain. Emma's saying the best thing about Bolton was she missed the second half in the medical room. I think she was having a baby when she was down there, something like that anyway. Anyway, Port Vale take the lead. Our defenders at fault for that, Lee?
Well, I mean, we had 3 chances to clear it, didn't we? There was ball comes in. You'd expect with Ballard and Alderetta there to get the first contact, and I think there was 3 attempts we had to clear it, and we didn't, and it's a very soft goal. I mean, I think Melborg gets a hand to it, but I'm thinking that he could have got more of a hand to it. I don't know if he's just wrong-footed and he tries to get his hand to it and he just doesn't get much weight behind it. But it was a very, very soft goal to concede because the header really didn't have much power on it, just had a bit of direction. But yeah, I think it comes from before that. It comes from the pressure that we got from that 09 back pass. And then, yeah, it's 3 chances to clear it against the League One side. And that's what they're hoping for, aren't they? They're hoping for a chance like that to go into the lead and then sit back and defend. And that's exactly what they did. So, yeah, It was poor all around.
Right. Do you want to explain who this Melborg is? Because I haven't got a clue. Anybody know?
Elborg.
Oh, Elborg.
Yeah. I said Melborg.
Melberg used to play for Villa back in the day. He was a Swedish defender, wasn't he, Melberg? Oliver Melberg.
Right. Okay. Dino, our defence to blame for the goal?
To be fair, if Port Vale were ever going to score a goal, it was going to be something like that, just something scrappy, because there was no one was playing any good football, really, let's be fair. It was just one of them where it's just bouncing in the area and something that Scott Wayne or whatever you call him just chucked his head at it, and obviously it's just went in the back of the net. It was always going to be a scrappy goal to decide that game because the condition, the pitch wasn't that good to play good football. But the thing what I was really annoyed about is that we kept trying to play the same patterns, pass it around the back. There was just no long balls, and if there was a long ball, it was going nowhere near anybody. Like Alderete must have hit about 10 long balls, and most of the time it was just going out to play. Why does Alderete think he's like a quarterback or like a Beckham where he can play that long ball? Give it to someone who can actually do it. He's got the odd one in his locker, but when he hasn't had a pass go to an actual man in about 5 times, you'd think just stop doing it, give it to someone who's probably better than me at doing it. And we just kept giving the ball away, and we're just trying the same old things. What just didn't work. You needed to just pump the ball into the box and hopefully win the second ball and make something happen. But we're trying to play the way we play at home and on these nice pitches, and we wouldn't have scored a goal if we played for 120 minutes, man. That's how embarrassing it was.
Yeah. You were struggling with the goal scorer's first name, John. Is what he was called. Emma had an asthma attack.
Wasn't called John? He was called Wayne.
That was his surname.
He wasn't called John Wayne. It wasn't like.
Forget it. Oh God, honestly. Emma was having an asthma attack apparently down in Bolton. Johnny Cool, Elborg Lee. Joe says he's a Spanish tennis player. Melborg apparently. Our defenders at fault, sorry, for their goal.
Oh, 100%. Let's face it, we were the Cowboys today. Never mind John Wayne. We were fucking awful.
Whoa, get on.
I mean, it's like we just thought we could turn up and win this game of football because the bottom of League One. Just thought we had every given God right just to win this football without putting any fucking effort in. I mean, the amount of times we put balls in the box and nobody's going to press the ball. I saw a throw-in by Logo 9. It went straight to the keeper. Not one fucking Sunderland player went to try and get that ball. There was no effort at all put in today in that game. It really was an embarrassment. Listening to the interview by flipping the Sunderland interview on Regis the Brisk, that was embarrassing as well. Asking, we can learn things from this game. Fuck off. At the end of the day, what a crock of shite. And other things like, we can take this away from the game. No, you cannot. You're playing against bottom of the League One side, man. You're taking that away from the game. All you've learned is you got a bunch of flipping weak-minded pussies on the pitch, you know what I mean? You should have, honest to God, you could have, the effort, the intensity, there was no drive. It was just the lack of the will of wanting to try and win a game of football. It really was. At the end of the day, Port Vale, well done to them. Congratulations. I hope they do well in the quarterfinals. I hope they can survive in League One. They just deserved that win today. They had more effort in. They raised their game. We were nowhere near. We were like 40%, if that's compared to our normal self. It was just embarrassing. We could have played half of the under-21s and they would have played better than that lot. I'm telling you now.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Miles Percival says anyone busting a gut to get up front to help me. And Jonathan Lamb says the goal scorer was Ben Wayne. Yeah, Jonathan, but John Wayne wouldn't have given. Ben Wayne doesn't give Terry the opportunity to call us cowboys, but you probably don't even know who John Wayne is anyway. But never mind, that's just for the old folks down here. We do need to go to a break shortly, but before I do, 45 likes we got at the moment. Would you like to hit 100? We've got 128 people on the stream at the moment. Hit the thumbs up, give us a like, get us to 100. We'd love you for that. Terry, you just made the comment there. Turning up, think we'd already won the game. Is that it? Have we gone into that game? I mean, I must admit, I did a little vlog on TikTok this morning, a little thing, and I had to stop myself because I was going, fifth round, just one more, and then we win that, and we're at Wembley, and I had to stop myself and go, well, hang on, it's the FA Cup. I went on, when we do the prediction on the Fanalysis, which Dino is really bitter, the fact that me and Terry are on that and he's not, we get to do a prediction before, and I put 5-0 Sunderland. Have the team gone down there with the attitude of having this game already won, Terry?
I actually think that, because we beat Leeds, we got 40 points, everyone's just relaxed all of a sudden. Now we're safe in the Premier League. Now we're only playing bottom of the table, Port Vale, of 9 points, set adrift of League One. Attitude stinks. It really does. The attitude today absolutely stinks. Like I say, nobody's busting the gut to get in the penalty box. No one's trying to help me enter in the penalty box. And we're Premier League side, for God's sake, man. Isidore comes off the bench, and like I saw him touch the ball once, he's lost the plot. What is up with Isidore? He's on the sulk because he's not starting games of football. We seriously, right, need to invest in a striker that actually knows where the back of the net is, a decent striker as well, a proper striker. We've got Mienda. Yes, he's done well in the Championship. He's just a young lad, but he's not an out-and-out striker. He needs help up front. Isidore's just completely lost the plot altogether. He's not an out-and-out striker. Bobby's about a 7 out of 10. We need to invest in a proper striker this summer. And you take away the likes of Xhaka and Siddiqui, we've got no midfield. There's no bite, there's no grit, there's no playmaker in there. Diarra looks weak when he's on his own. Lafay again running around in circles on his own. There's three of them there. Rig, Diarra and Lafay are just not good enough in the centre of midfield. 2 of them out of 3 of them are just not good enough. There's no bite, there's no grit, there's no fight. Siddiqui never stopped running against Leeds. He must have covered about 100 miles. Where was that today? It was just lackluster performance to all of them. Really pathetic. And you've got to give the head coach some stick as well. At half-time, Xhaka should have came on the pitch at half-time. Should have made the changes at half-time. Alexic would have done better than some of those on the pitch today. They say would have given. I think Alexic would have put a shift in trying to win a place.
I've got to agree with the Xhaka thing. Why it was left so late. On the chat, just very quickly, Bristolian Mackham says basically what you just said there as well, Terry. The midfield was the issue. No creativity in the middle or work rate to push into the box. Ian says, manager says we have to accept it. No, we don't. Apparently, Johnny Cool says you could nutmeg John Wayne easily, which is one for the older people there, if you like. Ian, you could smell the complacency after 10 minutes. Dino, have we gone down there with that attitude? And if we have, it's absolutely shocking. But have we gone down there thinking that this game is already won?
Well, I'm just going to point right back at you. You clearly thought the game was already won 5-0. So if the fans are going, oh, we'll piss this, it's League One, the bottom of the league, we've just beat Leeds, I think the players will have the same mentality as well. Oh, we're safe now, these are League One, they've won 6 games this year, they're not going to beat us, we're too good, blah, blah, blah. And I honestly think when some footballers get down to the pitch they're playing on and look at it, they just don't fancy it. I really do. Because you can see more mud than grass. Do you know what I mean? And it's bobbling, and they just kind of. I feel like they shit themselves a little bit. Like, we're not used to this. We're used to playing on Stadium Light, the Emirates and the Etihad and all that, and now you're playing on this horrible, shitty pitch. What most Sunday League pitches play like? Do you know what I mean? So I think it's a bit of a shock to the system, and I feel like they do expect you just win because we're Premier League and they're not. And obviously, with you saying 5-0, I think every fan, even including me, would have said, "I will piss. This isn't going to be a game. We'll piss this," and obviously, it's just come back to bite you in the arse.
Yeah, but Dino, I mean, it's different. The fans thinking that, it happens. That's what you do as a fan. It's absolutely shocking and disgraceful if the team are doing that.
But if I mean, all footballers on social media, some of them might not run their own, but some of them do look at, I'm guessing, like content and comments and stuff like that. And then we'll see everyone going, "Oh, we'll piss this 5-0. And they'll say that and they'll go, "Aye, we're confident. We're going to do that. Who's Port Vale?" And then someone will say, "Oh, the shit, they're in League One, they're fucking shit, and we'll beat them." Do you know what I mean? I guarantee Chelsea and Dalby didn't even know where Port Vale was. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the thing is, that's down to the manager, though, to make sure, they might be seeing things on social media, but it's the manager's job to keep the feet on the ground and go, don't you think you're going out there and you've got this one? It's absolutely shocking if professional footballers are going with that attitude. And if they are thinking like that, then, like I say, it's down to the manager, the head coach or whatever, to then, make sure that their mindset is right for that game. Lee, have the team gone down thinking this is already won?
Some of the players clearly did. Yeah, I think so, Philly. Yeah, you could tell by the body language, by the way they were just like strutting around. I think like Dan Ballard and Alderete had okay games. They did what they had to do, apart from obviously the corner. But it's just our struggles come from forward positions, don't they? I mean, we've spent 95 million quid this season on Diarra, Adingra, Talbi, Angulo, and Siddiqui, and we've only scored 30 goals, and we don't look like scoring goals very often. And I think that sums up our problem with the third lowest goal scorers in the Premier League, just above Nottingham Forest and Wolves. So when you spend that much money on attacking players, I think you need to expect better quality. But I think some of the players today did look out of place. Crowder didn't have a very good game. Diarra looked a bit lost. Chris Rigg, you'd expect him to really want to get stuck in, but he wasn't at it today. Enzo Lafay was getting on the ball a lot, but he was playing way too deep. He normally needs to play more forward. Talbi was very poor. Angulo had patches where he was good. But yeah, I think some of the players you could clearly see that they weren't up for it.
Right, okay. Look, very quickly, we've got to go to a break. All right. Quick mention once again for wolfcompetitions.co.uk. They do sponsor the channel. Massive big thank you to them for that. There is a link in the description. We'll do a quick advert down here as well. This went to see Wayne this week. He's only been on a week. Watch what happened.
Hello there. Hello, Bell. We shut the gate. Don't worry. It's we Philly for Wolf Competitions, and we are here in North Shields. We're here to see Wayne Longstaff, who's going to win himself £1,000 on the international wheel and a chance to roll the dice for 300 quid. We've been here ages because we were early, and he wasn't in. So we've already done this intro once. We're doing it again, but we know he's in this time. And there's a dog, and we don't think it's a big dog. Oh. Wayne Longstaff. Oh, what's the dog? What dog you got?
Cockapoo.
Oh!
It's a little feisty. I would have let her out.
Oh, what's her name?
Belle.
Belle. Ah, well, let her out.
Are you sure?
Why, I got a cockapoo myself. Belle, come on, hello there. Hello, Belle. We shut the gate, don't worry. Hello, you're gorgeous. I see. You want my hand off? There you go. It's all right, get on then. I've got a cockapoo. Colin, my cockapoo. Wayne, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How long you been on Wolf Competitions?
Since last week, since I won 20,000
Just
pounds.
what, 20 grand last week?
I won 20 grand last week. I didn't even know I had won it neither. It wasn't until the next day till you contacted us, like.
So you've only been on a week?
A week, aye.
So there you go. Look, Wolf Competitions been on a week, right?
First game, first spin last week. A mystery prize or chance on the wheel. Yeah, they came to my house, spun it, and got £20,000.
Fantastic. See, there you go. You see what I mean? Anybody can do it. It's been on a week. All right. Spun the wheel. He's already won 20 grand. And here we are, a week later. All right, we're back to see Wayne. £1,000. How did you win this?
On the international teams, football teams.
Yeah, Portugal.
Portugal,
That's what we got.
£1,000 and a roll of the dice.
So there you go, and you've won another £1,000, and like we said, we'll stick that on there. A roll of the dice, which means each dot is worth 50 quid. So hopefully you get a 6, and it's another 300 quid for you. Do you feel lucky?
I think me luck's ran out.
Shut up, man! 20
grand, yeah.
21 grand in a week. 21 grand in a week, right? Roll the dice. Oh, wait, and get a 6. Come on, you can do this, man. Come on, let's have a look. It's
1.
still 50 quid. Though. It's 50 quid. Of course you're not good.
Money for nothing.
Of course you're not. So Wayne's done it. You could do it yourself. It's wolfcompetition.co.uk. Give us a thumbs up like that. 21 grand in a week. You could be a winner as well. wolfcompetitions.co.uk. Check them out.
You know what, Phil?
Yes.
You know what?
Yeah, I know you won.
I won some of it.
Yeah.
It was 40 quid, but I stuck it back in. Then I won, and then I didn't win.
So Dino plays on Wolf Competitions. It's wolfcompetition.co.uk. There's a link in the description if you want to check them out. And Dino had a win as well, so a bit 40 quid there. There you go. Right, we're going to try and move swiftly along, but before I do, should Elborg, should he have been sent off? It went to I think it went to VAR when their player was through, denied a goal scoring chance. Dino, your thoughts on it?
I mean, it could have went either way, but I do think we had a defender alongside where the keeper had slid, so I don't think it was a guaranteed goal scoring opportunity. But it was dangerous. Don't get us wrong. That was really, really dangerous, because that could have went red card. Because you just don't know what's a red card anymore. They change the rules that often. I don't even think the referees know the rules sometimes. So it went our way because he didn't get sent off, but that could have easily went a red card. So you just got to hope the referee makes the decision for you and not them. So I mean, he's lucky there, I think.
Right, okay. On the chat, some people saying that Reggie's been found out. Matt and Cabby on there says, "My God, the team better make up to the fans by putting in a belter performance at our next game down there." Johnny Cool saying Reggie just had a bad day. Lee, should Elborg or Melborg or whatever you want to call him, should the goalie have been sent off?
No, I think it was the correct decision to give him a yellow card. It wasn't a goal score. It wasn't denying a goal scoring opportunity, because he was going. His touch took him away from goal as well. He was going towards the corner flag. And as someone's mentioned there in the chat, the replay showed that Elborg didn't touch him. I think he jumps over Elborg, doesn't he? And then but you can see why it is reckless. But I think Elborg, he had a very nervous game today as well. He doesn't look comfortable with the ball at his feet like Roof does. Roof looks very comfortable, but Elborg just he looks so uncomfortable, and he puts a couple of kicks in wrong positions. I think he creates that bit of uncertainty in the back line, bit of nervousness there. So the sooner Roofs comes back, the better, in my opinion.
Right, yeah, I sort of agree. I mean, I was going to get onto that when we touch on Leeds. I wasn't chuffed with him in goal. He doesn't instill any confidence, not in my eyes anyway. Terry, when the VAR man through, goal scoring opportunity, given a yellow card, should he have been off?
If he's quite lucky, really, because if he'd actually caught the play, he would have been off, but he didn't catch the play, so it was yellow card. But it does my head in when some of these keepers in the centre halves stay in the fucking box, man. You've got defenders to go around and do this, to do all that. I mean, I've seen the amount of keepers being sent off. That Aston Villa one run on the halfway line against Newcastle. These keepers just drive me around the bend, just stay in your penalty box the majority of your times. But a lot of those players today just did not fancy that pitch. And like you say, sometimes pitches do level up. I mean, back in my running days, if I used to run against the speed merchants on a fast, flat, dry surface, I'd have getting beat. But in a muddy conditions where I had the mud up to my knees, I'd beat half of them because they didn't fancy it. They didn't like it. And Talby just didn't fancy the conditions today. You know, some of these players today just did not fancy playing them conditions. They were too busy worrying whether they were going to get injured. And that's just, you know, if you drop your performance level by that much, this is what happens. It comes to bite you in the arse. But yeah, yellow card, no penalty. But we got what we deserved today.
Right, okay. Lee, you're one in there.
Yeah, I think basically Port Vale gave us a taste of our own medicine. Like, this season, we've been good at staying in games, defending, and then taking our one chance to get a 1-0 win or a 2-1 win. And today, Port Vale did exactly the same. They stayed in the game and wanted it more, showed more fight, showed more hunger, but we didn't. We didn't show any hunger at all.
Radical Johnny Cool says it was a yellow ball, was going wide. Dino, you want in there?
Going on chances, like we didn't even really make Port Vale defend. Really, we didn't do anything. We didn't play any balls over the top. We didn't play any through balls. We didn't have any shots from long distance, and if there were no any like on target. I mean, I think the only chance I really remember was the Angulo header at the back post, and other than that, like no one could seem to whip in a decent ball. It just stunk. I don't understand a footballer who can't deliver a ball into a box like just half decent. It just makes no sense. Our Premier League team to create hardly any chances against the League One struggling side. It's just a bit of a joke. You know, you've signed these players for some big money, and it didn't look. They look like a League One team. It was ridiculous.
Radical Lee, you want in there?
Yeah, I saw this post on social media after the match from Opta Joe Stats, and it says Sunderland have lost 16 out of 35 of their games under Reggie Breeze when they have more possession than their opponent, compared to just 8 defeats when their opponent has more of the ball. So it's clear that we haven't got a clue what we're doing when we have the ball, and we've got 5 open play goals in 18 away games this season, which I think as well kind of sums up the problem that we're very good defensively, and our defensive record, our goals conceded shows that. But going forward, we just look very void of ideas.
I don't think our wingers are good enough. I think we're buying players maybe for the future, and like I say, Angulo's just not ready yet. Talby seems to be offered, and Traore is injured, of course, and the other lad's injury brought in that TB. I just don't think our wingers are good enough. We haven't got the players in the penalty box to finish it off. Well, we like to put the ball on a fast surface and run with the ball and hit and run, but we just, the ball was getting stuck in the mud a little bit today. And we played a lot of that. And again, we weren't using our brains. On our right or our left going forward in the first half, it was really baldy and patchy and muddy. And on the right-hand side, it wasn't as bad. We seemed to be on this side all the time. Instead of going on the green grass and playing on the grass rather than playing on the muddy side. We weren't using our brains at all today.
Yeah. I mean, I've got to say, I quite liked Tadingra and getting rid of him. I mean, I didn't think he was that bad. And he went. Joe on the chat saying, have any of our new wingers been better than Roberts? Like I said, but we can all be football managers, can't we? Look, and I want to quickly, because we are running out of time, touch on Leeds. Of course, went to Leeds on Tuesday night. Great result, 1-0. Couple of VAR decisions. We've had some bad decisions over the last few games, but a couple went our way. And then also we touched on it earlier, Luco 9 really sort of like they should have had a penalty with that. But 2 VAR decisions, their goal offside and handball for us getting a penalty. Terry, were they all the right decisions?
I don't know if it's just me, but I really don't feel like talking about the Leeds game after today's performance, but I will have to, of course. Yes, both correct decisions, but again, I don't think we created very much, did we? We defended really well. It was a good defensive display against Leeds. Their goal was offside. Our goal was definitely 100% a penalty. And again, we're lacking ideas to create anything.
I mean, it was a great win, but it was a terrible watch. From a Sunderland point of view, I mean, it was definitely backs against the wall, and we all like to see it when we're pushing forward, and chances on goal and all that. So it wasn't a nice watch. Fantastic result though. Dino, VR decisions, they were correct for us, weren't they?
I mean, the one for the penalty, yes. I mean, you can clearly see it rolls up on his hand, but then he just goes like that to knock it away. I mean, I know the handball room it changes all the time, but the commentator says he's trying to get his arm out the way. How's doing that, getting your arm out the way? You would pull it backwards so you don't hit it. So I didn't understand that. But then obviously we get lucky with the Luke 09 one, not even getting looked at, because that was a stonewall penalty for them. Because if that was against us and we didn't get a pen for that, you'd be absolutely raging, because 09 just wraps him round the neck. And I mean, we got lucky with that one. I don't understand the point of VAR, because that's a clear and obvious error that you've missed, because that is a clear stonewall pen. But we'll take it because obviously it went forward. But the penalty, why is Diarra taking penalties? I didn't understand that. Enzo Lafise took every penalty this season, I think. Even the one.
No. What's happened is apparently, because you've been missing for like weeks and weeks. Apparently,
I still watch games though.
Yeah, no, but what's happened is Diarra and Lafay are both taking penalties, and they're going to take it until one misses, and then the other one's going to take it. So Diarra is on penalty for the moment.
But Lafay didn't miss his last penalty though. Didn't you have the penalty against?
He did. He missed
Leeds.
the one against Brentford. He did that daft one against Brentford. Then Diarra took over, scored the next two.
But didn't Lafay score the last penalty we had again? Oh no, that was Diarra. But that, can I just say, by that penalty was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Don't even know. I think he's trying the Ivan Toney, where he's looking at the keeper, not looking at the ball, and he's literally hit it straight at him. I mean, Carl Darlow will be kicking himself for not saving that. But oh my God, I mean, for me, doing this whole switching penalty taker, no, you don't do that. You have one penalty taker and then a backup if they're not playing. And for me, apart from the Enzo Lafay when we dink it down the middle, I think Enzo's penalties are being basically bang on apart from that one. So to let Diarra take it, I'd look and I was just like, what we're doing?
Well, to be honest, Dino, I mean, I'm not bothered as long as they go in. It was a dreadful penalty, but it went in, so I'm not bothered. And he's keeps scoring them, and he'll take them until he misses. So that's where we're at. Lee, 2 VAR decisions which went our way, and well, 3 if you like, because 09 we should have had a penalty against us. Right decisions, yes.
Yeah, I mean their offside goal was clearly offside.
Yeah.
And our players seemed to
not clearly, but it was offside.
No, I think it was clearly offside. Yeah, I think and our players kind of knew that at first. I think their reaction kind of suggested it was offside. And the penalty. I think first it bobbles up off his arm, and then he lifts his arm up. He's playing volleyball. I couldn't believe like the TNT sport commentary team trying to defend it, saying it was like a natural reaction instinct and it shouldn't be handball. But I mean, Leeds biased commentary. And then the 09 one, I mean, there isn't like the rules now that if it's considered sustained holding, it's a penalty. Would you call 09 putting his arm on his neck for a second sustained holding? Because we see it every week, don't we? We see penalties that are more persistent holding in the area that never get given because the ball isn't in that area of the pitch or whatnot. So, yeah, I think our decisions were right, and I can understand why Leeds are frustrated. But I mean, if referees are saying that it's going to be sustained holding, then was 09 considered? Was the 09 one sustained holding from him, or was it just like basically a little wrap around the neck for half a second or a nanosecond, and then that was it?
Right. Okay. Terry, you want in there?
I kind of think as well. We've had some really bad stinking decisions go against us. And referees have come out after the game saying, "Oh, I'm really sorry you got that one wrong." That maybe is, they might get together and say, "Oh, we'll give Sunderland a break this next game because we've made some bad mistakes for them." I don't know, but I don't think that's what goes on. I honestly think that's what goes on. I think part of the game is corrupt as fuck. I honestly do. Yeah. I think they're in their own little bunch together, and I think they'll try and even it up if they can a little bit. But yeah, I honestly think that VAR could be run a hell of a lot better than it is. And they're not getting the decisions right.
Right, I'll disagree with you on that. Just very quickly, Dino, before we do this, we could do with some more likes. 39 people will get us to 100. Hit the thumbs up. Help us out, Dino.
Right, with the offside goal, obviously there's been a lot of rumours. Arsene Wenger brought it up. Would you be in favour for? Because do you know how you've got all this it's literally a toenail you're offside? Would you be up at the new rule, what they might try and bring in is if there's got to be daylight between the players for it to be offside. Would you be in favour for that?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. It should, you know, I mean, this toenail thing absolutely boils my piss, to be honest. It's absolutely shocking. So, yeah, I'd be up for that. And anybody else?
Yeah.
Makes it more exciting, doesn't it? The more goals, the better, isn't it, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Because everything's just like down to a minute, like millimeters and like toenails and picking. It was someone's this week. It was a face, someone's face. It was like the nose was offside, and obviously where you've got to time your run where you're not running at the same time as the defender because your arm might be offside. So with this daylight thing, like you could literally be like that and you're onside. So that's the striker running forward and you would be onside, and it would probably create more goals.
Yeah, good,
definitely. And players would make runs. Players would actually make runs in behind because players don't actually run in behind anymore. They always want it to the feet.
Right, okay. Look, just very quickly. The Leeds fans were going absolutely mental, complaining about us using the dark arts and all this, the goalie going down, and then obviously Reggie having a chat to the players. But, you know, I mean, it's football. It happens. It goes for you, it goes against you.
I don't think it's typical Sunderland, Phil. We have one game where everything's gone perfect to a T. The game plans work well. We're doing it perfect. Then the next game we're shite. Just typical Sunderland, to be honest.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Just very quickly, we are running out of time, so I do want to quickly go on to the Brighton game. We've got Brighton on Saturday. How do we line up? And do we, bearing in mind that the game after, of course, is we play the visitors, and if we can quickly do a quick advert for that. If you haven't got a ticket for the game, I'll just put this up. There you go. If you haven't got a ticket for the game, right, the next best place to go for the best atmosphere, it definitely will be Elysium in the town centre. So from 9 o'clock in the morning, it's free to get in. Don't be conned by this. There's people charging 15 quid a ticket in different places and all this, and 8 quid a pint. Look, cheap drinks. It's free to get in. The atmosphere is going to be tremendous. You won't be sat down watching the match like some places. You'll be standing up watching the derby, and you know that we do these derbies better than anybody else. So there you go. That's where the derby's going to be. Right. So the Brighton game. These players who've been injured, should we save them for so that they're going to be properly fit for the when we play the visitors? Dino?
Which players are these, like, Phil? Which players are on about here? Not making any sense.
Well, Roofs for instance. I mean, he's only going to be, you know, I mean, he said he's going to be back for the when we play the visitors and stuff.
Right,
but
keepers either fit or not, any.
But there might be the case that some could sort of be coming back in. Do we have them on the subs bench, give them some minutes play, or do we just make doubly sure that these players are going to? I mean, there's Xhaka for starters. You know, I mean, he's obviously not fit enough to do the full 90. Do we play him at any point against Brighton, or do we save him for the big one? Terry?
Got to play him from the start against Brighton, for fuck's sake, man. Let's face this. If he's fit enough to be on the bench, he's fit enough to start a game of football, and he should be. He should be on the bench. He's perfectly fine. You know, he should have came out at half time today. He should start against Brighton. Different kettle of fish against Brighton. We've got our midfield back. Siddiqui will be back. Xhaka will start. Siddiqui will start. Hume will start. So we've got a bit of balls and a bit of backbone in the side against Brighton.
Right, okay. Peter Close is saying 2-0 to Brighton already. Johnny Kill says that these players need minutes as well. Dino, would you risk some of them, or do you want to save them for the visitors?
So do we have the visitors after Brighton? Is that what you're saying? Because I'm not really sure on the fixtures.
Yeah, well, we've got Brighton on Saturday, and then the following Sunday it's the visitors.
So they've got a full week to recover, Phil. Poor footballers got a full week off, eh?
No, so it's not that. Like for me, someone like Xhaka. I mean, I would say you don't play Xhaka, you get maybe a Chrissy Rig in there or something like that because you want Xhaka for that game. Because at the end of the day, he's clearly still got a little bit of a knock because didn't he come off? Did he come off the last game for a little bit, or he came on something with 20 minutes to go? So obviously there's still something there. I would I would start N'Golo. I don't really know, to be fair, because like some of these players, like I don't think Nordy will be back. I think Nordy's out for a little bit. Obviously, there's no Traore, so you need to get some players who haven't played for a while, like maybe a Talby on the wing and N'Golo. Maybe rest Ballard. Maybe rest Ballard, keep him. Because again, I know we're talking about this, but a player could get injured. There's always that chance of injury. Always, there's just that slim chance. And why risk it? Because again, what?
But if you remember when we played them last time, right? Xhaka and I think Siddiqui.
It was a red card thing, wasn't it? One more yellow from being suspended.
It was one booking away from missing the game, and we were saying, "Oh, rest them." And to be fair, they played.
Let's just rest all the players against Brighton. Let's play the 21s. Just give 3 points away, shall we?
Well, Emma on the chat says lose to Brighton. Keep them for the visitors.
Oh, let's just lose. Let's just throw 3 points away. Yeah, turn up against Brighton, shall we?
Terry, it's the visitors.
We got fucking 7 days to recover, man.
I'm not listen.
Not if someone breaks the leg, though. Not if someone pulls a hammy, breaks the leg.
Walking down the street, trip out with your toenail, you can break your leg.
Yeah, but what's going to happen? Are you going to do that walking down the street or in a football game?
What an absolute crock of shite.
All right, Terry, would you take this then? Lose to Brighton so long as you're going to beat the visitors.
I want to beat both teams.
Oh, wait, man. I'd happily lose to Brighton.
Nothing. You would beat both teams. You got 7 days, 6 full days recovery.
Terry, we all know.
Professional footballers.
Yeah, of course we want to. All of us want to win both games. Of course we do. But I'm saying to you, if we had to lose one, I'd rather lose Brighton and then beat the visitors. Anyway, I'm going to
play your stronger side in every game.
No, you've got to manage your squad, man. That's where you get injuries.
7 days recovery. You've got 7 days recovery. You play your stronger side in every game. You don't feel right.
No.
Okay, let's just throw 3 points down the drain against Brighton.
Terry, man, it's the visitors.
You've got to use your squad, because if you look at it, Nordy's played most games this season.
You've got a squad,
you've got to use what you've got. You've got to use what you got. This is why Nordy's injured, muscle injury, because he's played nearly every single game. Some players just can't play every single game.
Who do you start against Brighton in defence then?
You probably put Luke O'Nien in there. Put Luke O'Nien in there. I'm not really sure on Gertruda. Do you put Gertruda in the centre? Put O'Nien on the right. If Hume's back, maybe put Hume on the left.
Maybe we could put Gertruda at centre back and in midfield, so you can play instead of Xhaka and play instead of Ballard as well, and do 2 positions.
Oh no, you've got Rig there, Diarra, Lafay, Siddiqui. You've got options. If you just play the same players every week, they're gonna get injured. They're going to get muscle injuries.
To be on the bench, they're fit enough to start games of football 7 days apart from me. I'm sorry and everything.
Right, okay.
I appreciate your opinions, but it's what I feel. I feel strongly against this.
So fuck my opinions. Yours only matter, basically.
I said I appreciate your opinion. I didn't say fuck your opinion, did I?
You might as well have said that though.
Well, Rooster Coburn says Terry's right. Jim Buck says Terry, calm down.
I'm calm.
Major, I agree with Terry. Peter Coles, Terry is right. Listen. We all, I don't know if you're missing the point here. We all want us to win against Brighton and the visitors. There's no argument over that. That's what we want. What I'm trying to say is if we're going to lose one, surely you will want to lose against Brighton other than the visitors. So that's all I'm trying to get across.
Every single Sunderland player wants to beat Newcastle. Every single Sunderland fan wants to beat Newcastle. It's a given me. Of course we want to beat the flipping Geordies.
Right. You're not going to ask Lee? Lee, I think Lee may have an opinion on your little question.
Well, I'm trying to get him in, but I can't get in. For you two, flipping bickering a couple of flipping
Sorry, Lee.
Right, Lee, would you rest these players? Because you don't want to risk them because of the big game coming up on the 22nd.
No, if they're fit to play, then they're fit to play, Philly. You don't rest anybody. We saw that, as you mentioned before, with Xhaka and Siddiqui. They were playing all the matches up until the Mags game with the yellow card lingering on them and the suspension. Xhaka, is there something wrong with him? Possibly. you'd like to think that he wants to play every single game because he didn't come here to sit on the bench and not play. But next week we're going to have Hume and Siddiqui back from suspension. I think Reynaldo and Serkin have both been training last week. Robbie was also running, I think. Roofs was targeting the Mags game. Mukiele, I think, also put someone spoke to Mukiele, I think, bumped into him, and he said that he was also hoping to be back. So listen, we could have 6, 7. Oh, I don't want to do that on purpose. 6, 7 players on back for the Mags game. You know what I mean? So, but that's what, yeah. So I think if we got some players back, we don't rest anybody. If they're fit to play, they're fit to play, and then take each game as it comes.
Right, okay. Look, very quickly then, because we're well over time here anyway. We could do with some likes. We like to get 100 on a Sunday, and we're on 69. Way! 6, 7, 6, 7. Right. Give us a prediction then for Brighton. Terry. Oh, I'm going, Terry.
I honestly feel today we didn't play Xhaka because of the pitch and he didn't want to roll over his ankle. And to be honest, that team today should have took care of Port Vale without Xhaka. Simple as. It just wasn't good enough. Score predictions: 2-1 win against Brighton. 2-1 win against Brighton. Ballard will score the winner.
Right, okay. Listen, what did he say? 2-1, did he say? Against Brighton. Right. Lee, Emma on the chat says, thanks, Lee. The 5-year-old just went 6, 7. Right, okay. Dino, prediction for Brighton, Fulham Brighton.
It's gonna be a boring 0-0.
Boring 0-0. Lee,
I'm hopeful we can get a 1-0 win.
1-0. Oh God, I wish we could score a number of goals, but I'd like to go for a 3, but we've not scored 3 goals. Well, we have, but I'm gonna go 3-1. So there you go. But what are you laughing at? You know,
Can I score against Port Vale and you think we're going to score 3 goals in the Prem?
Listen, it's Sunderland, man. We can be shite one week, we can be world beaters the next. There's just no logic to it. It's as simple as that. Right, listen, Terry, yes.
I think you forgot the way you look at jockstrap today. That's why you got beat.
No, it's not actually. I'm not doing coloured watch bands anymore.
Did you not have your pink thong on?
No, I don't have a pink thong. Behave yourself, man.
Karen does.
What? Yeah. Karen, come in, show us your pink thong. Come on, let's go out on a high. Right, listen. Thanks for everybody tuning in. It's been a shit day. That football was just horrendous. But if you can all just say bye to everybody. Terry, just say bye to everybody, would you?
Goodbye, everybody. I just hope nobody gets injured next week. Otherwise, I'll be getting slated on here.
You will be getting slated. Dino, say bye to everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, thanks. Very good. All right. Hopefully disco lights next week. And Lee, in Spanish, and if because we know Emma's in there, if you can get an Alderete in there as well, that would make her night.
All right, mate. Hasta luego a todos. Pasa buena semana. Alderete, man in the match.
Hey, there you go. Whatever he said, I haven't got a clue. Listen, don't forget, please, to like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends about us. Get us on there if you're a member. And once again, we do want to say a massive thank you to Jim Buck, who gifted 10 memberships to people last week. So thanks to you for that. And those names are on the credits. We've updated the credits. I've been busy today. So if you are a member of the channel, watch for your name in the credits at the end. And we'll see you next Sunday. See you. Bye-bye.